We're in Laguna Beach. Okay, this is how to get through the Ironman swim portion of the race. By the way, I am the perfect person to take direction from when it comes to learning about the Ironman swim portion of the race. You know why? Because I'm not the fastest. The fastest person just has to go out in front and swim out in front, and no one passes that person because they're the fastest, so they don't have to worry about anyone. Two, I'm not the slowest. The slowest person just has to hang out in the back, and no one passes that person because that person's the slowest. I'm somewhere in the middle, slightly above average. Okay, this is what you have to know about the Ironman swim. If you're planning on doing an Ironman swim, this is how they do it. They line you up according to where you think you can swim. So if you can swim the Ironman 1.2 miles in 30 minutes, someone's holding a sign that says, stand here if you can swim it in 30 minutes. If you can swim it in 40 minutes, someone else is holding another sign that says stand here and line up here if you can swim 1.2 miles in 40 minutes. And then it goes 50 minutes, 55 minutes, 60 minutes. Okay, you need to line up. If you can swim the Ironman 1.2 miles, the half Ironman 1.2 miles, if you can swim it in 40 minutes, you need to line up somewhere ahead of that, just slightly, maybe in the 35-minute area, because it is much better for people to pass you by than for you to try to pass someone during the Ironman swim. When you try to pass someone by on the Ironman swim, it is so hard because it's crowded in the front, so you have to swim in all kinds of circles. It's better if someone has to pass you by. So line up somewhere ahead of where you think you can swim. So if you can swim it in 40 minutes, line up somewhere around the 35-minute mark. Not that many people are going to pass you by. It's not a big issue. What is a big issue is you have to make sure you don't let people crowd you when you're swimming. When you're swimming the Ironman, all kinds of people are going to swarm past you. What you have to do is you have to stiff arm them. You got to flex your muscle and make sure that those people trying to pass you by, they don't crowd you in, because once someone swims on top of you, another person is going to swim on top of them, and the next thing you know, you're going to be underwater, and you don't want that. So what you want to do is, you don't want to push people. Don't push people away. You just want to stiff arm them. So let's say you're swimming and someone's trying to pass you by and they make contact. Once someone makes contact with you, make sure you stiff arm them and just hold them in their place so they feel contact, so they know someone is there. 99% of the people who do the Ironmans are very nice individuals. They're awesome people. Get their Facebook, make friends with them. I made a ton of friends at every single Ironman I do. So during the swim portion of the race, when you're swimming out there and you're cruising, if someone tries to pass you by, you have to make your presence known and you have to stiff arm them so they don't swim on top of you. It's dangerous out there. Make sure you're a good swimmer because you don't want to drown. All right, so let's say the half Ironman is 1.2 miles. During practice, when you're at 24-hour fitness, LA Fitness, wherever you practice, make sure you can double that distance with no problem. So if the Ironman swim, the 70.3 Ironman is 1.2 miles, make sure you have no problem swimming 2.4 miles. You understand that? So if you're gonna do a full Ironman, then make sure you're able to double that distance. I had a great time at every single Ironman event I did, and in order to have a good time at any of these events, the number one thing is to make it home safe. And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. If you made it this far into the video, 4 minutes in, I'm gonna give you something that can actually change your life. Because you listened and watched me for 4 minutes, let me hit you with something that will really change your life. Eat healthy, be healthy, sleep well, live well, because what you eat is how you feel your body, and how you sleep is how you recharge your battery. And if you're watching on YouTube, like always, subscribe.